Hey guys, welcome back. This is the second edition of How to Build a Client Conversion Machine with Email. And once again, I'm your hostess with the mostest, Jay Magpantai. And judging from the feedback that I got yesterday, it was all very good feedback. Some of it is kind of like kicking the ass for you guys to realize that you were going a completely different direction that you probably should have been going. Primarily in the creating a ebook lead magnet and also 100% going on the free consultation thing. Now, again, consultations, I'm pretty sure I mentioned this yesterday. You can have a business built on consultations, right? Of course, I used to do that myself, but you don't want to just offer that straight away as a lead magnet because, again, it is a 100% trap for a sales pitch. People know this, they understand that, so they don't put themselves in that position. Can it work? If you're really good at sales copy, yes, you can. But for most people that haven't been in this game for very long, not experienced copywriters, selling a consultation is going to be pretty tough. Ebook as well. If you're spending a lot of time creating an ebook, don't let that time go to waste. You can use that to write a real book. Why not, right? Because you've already done the work. And with that, I actually can help you, but it's a different topic. Just know that an ebook has the perception of being really, really hard to consume. So you might get a few signups, but you're really not doing anyone favors because that person is never going to go through that ebook. Okay, so let's just hop right into the training, okay? We'll go over a few more of these things as we go along anyway. All right, so day 2, moving along. It's moving fast. Okay, let's backtrack here. Okay, reminder that this is implementation training, as you know, because you have homework, right? Our goal for this particular training is to build your landing page. Why do we want to turn passive buyers into email subscribers? Because transactions happen in the inbox. That's where people are looking for deals, discounts. That's where their eyes are on the lookout for offers, okay? So that's where we want to be. We want to be in their inbox. Overall, what we're trying to do as a result of this training, we want a core funnel that you'll use to book unlimited appointments. And I use the word appointments because that's where most of the coaches are going to be making their money. They're going to give a sample of their training, and then at the end, they're going to offer to be a client. And that's what, in the coaching game, that's what all coaches want, right? Unless you're trying to sell a course, which is, in my opinion, very good as well. But if you can help someone get results, why go through all that process of building a course when you could just work with someone? It's just faster anyway. Build your course later. Okay, and it's kind of as a 3,000 foot or 30,000 foot overview. This is the process the prospect is going to go through. They're going to find some piece of content, land on your landing page, which we'll discuss this whole entire training. In exchange for your lead magnet, they will give you their email address where you can follow up with them until they book an appointment. Cool. Next, how are we going to do that? Well, we're going to start with some knowledge, build a lead magnet, build a landing page, and then craft your emails. And that's what we're doing today on day 2. We're going to be creating your landing page, and you'll see you're going to love this because it's super duper easy. Now, why is this important? Well, because we want to give people a way to get into your email list, right? They're not just going to magically poof up there. All right, so who am I? Real quick, let me put my face here. What? Okay. Who am I? I'm Jay Magpantai, author of 2 best-selling books, Live Free and Retire Young, and The Right Way to Sell. I'm also a good self-quarantining citizen. Okay, this is me doing what I love to do, which is teaching marketing and writing the book stuff and all the things about business building I absolutely love talking about. So you can imagine right now I am thrilled to be teaching you. We'll start with this training on some knowledge, okay, like we did yesterday. First, what is a landing page? Now, technically, a landing page is the first page somebody lands on when they go to your website, when they click a link, when whatever. It's just the first page they land on. Now, let's go over some examples. This is actually through HubSpot, which HubSpot is they sell a CRM, but they also have really great marketing information here. So we're gonna go over a few of these landing pages. And you can see a landing page is basically where you can get people's information, their name, last name, and probably some type of email is gonna be more beneficial than just a name and last name. But we'll go over a few examples, see what we like and we don't like. Sell with Shopify, trusted by blah, 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 enter your email address, blah, blah, blah. See, the thing I don't like about this particular one, it shows that you can get a free trial for 14 days, but you have to really look for it. So if I was to just jump on this completely cold customer, and if I didn't know who Shopify was, I would just totally gloss over this and not even enter my information. If I did see, however, for example, sell your products with Shopify with a free 14-day trial to Shopify, then I would probably look a little bit more closely, because if I was in the market to sell stuff, then that would speak directly to me. They also have some features and benefits here, which is good to have. But overall, I think they would, who am I, right? This is Shopify, a huge company. I think they would really actually benefit if they had a more delivery style of actionable deliverability style of headline. Headline is the most important thing, by the way, which we'll get into later. Muzzle, this one has some motion in it, and I can't really tell what's going on here. A simple Mac, it says download. So I'm guessing that once you click this, it's going to give a prompt to enter more information, but ultimately, I don't know. It's not very clear what I would be getting. They have to have some type of content out there that would give at least some kind of information ahead of time before you land on this page. And that's okay. So again, remember, like what we talked about here, people are going to land on a piece of content first before they get on the landing page, right? So probably they're saying, they're talking about Muzzle, and then that link says, okay, get your free download of Muzzle, and then they arrive here, and this would be the landing page. We'll just do two more, okay? Transfer-wise, now, cheaper way to send money internationally. See, again, this headline here, I would just, for me, I think delivery and action, something that says, save hundreds of dollars from your international wires, something like that. Here, a cheaper way to send money internationally, that's pretty vague. And this to me it's not very clear. Earn money as an Airbnb host, okay? Yeah, that's cool. If I was in a market to make money, to rent out a piece of my house, then yeah, sure. I would probably say free somewhere on there, because you want that to be clear that it's free. Okay, well, you guys get the idea, right? So you have a landing page, and your landing page is designed to convert people into subscribers. And what's going to convert them, the big part, which I've been alluding to this whole entire time, is the headline. That's the biggest thing. The thing we did yesterday, which we actually create your lead magnet, that's going to be cool too. But it's the headline that's going to get people to be excited about reading the rest of it and then getting your lead magnet. Okay. All right, so now we're in implementation mode, where we're going to actually go through the steps together. All right, to create your landing page, first you need to gather your materials from yesterday. That's your lead magnet, whatever it is that you created, and then also the cover that we made in Canva. You're going to go to this site, jmugpantai.com/landing page, and what that's going to do is it's going to send you to this page here. This is not a template, but it is a landing page creator that's done inside of ConvertKit. This page here is not public to. It's not public. It's not a public page you can get to by going to ConvertKit. So go to that link, jmugpantai.com/landing-page, and you'll get here. You can actually just go through the motions without actually creating an account, which you'll do it later. But for now, you can just go through the motions and actually follow along. All right. If you don't have a website, we'll create a biography style landing page. And if you do already, then we'll just create an instant delivery type of landing page. And first things first, by the way, we are in live demonstration mode. Come on. There you go. Live demonstration mode, the cool stuff. And first thing we got to do is gather our materials from yesterday, right? Here is my cover for my lead magnet that I created yesterday. And I started with, as if you can remember, I started with this one. But then I went in and I changed it up a little bit. I tried different ones. And I resorted to this style here. But as you can see, it's a little bit different, because if you played around with it, it's super duper easy to mess with this. And this was, like when I was playing with this, I was so this tool just gets so much easier and easier, right? I mean, these are all these here. Let me just scroll down. All of these here are all really good looking covers. And I mean, dude, like it shows that you actually have a really professional looking product here. Even though it's just a freebie, it looks really damn good, doesn't it? So what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna save this to my, not a PDF print. I'm gonna save it as a JPEG. So let's download that. Nope. I'll just download it to my desktop. Okay, that's all I needs. And now, again, your site, after you go to jmonkponte.com/landing page, you're gonna get to here. But since I already have a ConvertKit account, when I go up here to the landing page and forms, this is what I see. Now, as I mentioned, I'm redoing a bunch of my assets. That's why you don't see anything here. But if I had, you would see all the different ones that all the other landing pages and all the forms I've had already. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna click create new. And the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna create a web landing page if you don't already have a website. A lot of you guys actually don't, which is absolutely fine, okay? It's all good. So we're just gonna go ahead and do something, create a basic website. Okay, so we're gonna go down here, and I looked at these ahead of time. You can nuke this if you really want to. You can go and you could, get photos that look in one direction so that your eyes point to the headline. All these different crazy kooky things to increase your conversion. There's a lot of different things. There's a lot of different things you can do. You can dig into it if you want to, but this is more of a beginner training, so I'm not gonna go all super fancy like that. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click on this one. I like this one, but what you can do is you can also preview the other ones. But if you don't have a website, you want to have you really want to have just some basic information about yourself and what you do. So you can actually preview this. If you click preview, so this is gonna be what you kind of create here. Oops. And you can actually preview the other ones. All right. So you can go ahead and have a look at which one you want. If you don't have a website yet, you're gonna want to have at least some basic information about yourself. So that's why I chose this one, because it gives you enough space to do so. All right. So I'm just gonna choose this. Come on, bio style landing page. All right, so bio style landing page. What I would do here now is I would actually change things up to match my brand. Okay, so I know my branding colors already. So it's 1C619C. So that's my color there. I will change the color of the sidebar. Now, does this matter? I think so, because you want people to understand to know who you are, and see your colors, your branding, your style, and immediately know it's you. Over some time, you want to be able to be distinguishable in a crowd of a bunch of other people, aka your competition. So, if you don't have specific branding colors, different fonts, that's okay. But you just want to start thinking like, okay, I should have some distinguishable assets, whether that be a logo, whether that be the way you talk, the way you dress, whatever, your colors. Start thinking about that. So I know my heading style as well. My font, I'm just gonna Montserrat. And the body font, I use specifically Laura. Okay, so now boom, now I got that taken care of. Subtitle, okay, subtitle. If you don't have a website yet, you could do something like this, coming soon. Catchy headline. Let's say you are a coach, right? You're a coach and you help specifically military veterans. If I am a military veteran, which I am, one thing that I might be trying to do is overcome PTSD. So I can say overcome PTSD with overcome PTSD. Years worth of PTSD without having to see a shrink. All right. So even though you might be considered a shrink if you're coaching these people, backstory, a little bit backstory. I've had to go to therapy before, but I avoided it for the longest time. That's why I know something like this would work, because I, for the longest time, didn't want to see a therapist. And if I had seen this headline a couple years ago, I'd been like, oh shit, okay, yeah, sign me up. Or maybe not sign me up, but at least, come here and look for more information. So anyway, And actually, I'm gonna change this coming soon. I would say attention veterans, or something along those lines, where I'm calling out my target avatar, my target audience. Provide some more detail in this subtitle. Okay, overcome years of PTSD without having to see a shrink. And then you did a checklist, right? 7-step checklist by Coach Jay Magpantai. Hey, and I want to cover my ass here a little bit. I'm not putting so much thought into this. All right. Anytime you write copy, it's kind of like a mind-wrenching game. And all the copywriters that I know, all the good ones, they suck on the first draft, second draft, third draft, fourth draft. The gold is in the 5th, 6th, and 7th draft. I'm just covering my ass because I know first draft, this is probably horrible copywriting. Okay. Anyways, so more detail, right? And this is where here, if you don't have a website, I want you to talk about yourself. Jay Magpantai. Actually, I would write this in the first person. Hi, my name is Jay. And then here is where you would list off all your stuff. You'd maybe even tell a story about how you got into this position, as far as like starting to coach your fellow veterans, some of the things you do, some of your credentials. Here is just where I would put a little bit of a bio, story, credentials. All right. And why all this information on a landing page? Because if you don't have a website, you have to give people that personable touch. But what you want people to know that you're a real person. That's so important, because if you just went straight to the delivery style checklist, which we'll do later, it's not going to convert as well as if you have your face on there, as if you're showing that you are a real, live, caring human being. Okay. A lot of things I do are based on being a human being versus actually looking at people as human beings. Okay. Yes, money's important, sure, but I mean, people connect with people, right? Anyway, so I'll just go down here, right? I'll go here and I'll list a whole bunch of stuff. Let me copy and paste this. So I'm just gonna do this. And it doesn't matter really if you write a lot or a little, write a lot or a little, because you just want to have stuff that people can read. They're gonna read this if your headline hits a nerve with them. And how is it going to hit a nerve with them? If you did your work yesterday and really dig into what your target audience is after. Okay, so you're going to write that, and then at the end, like, grab my free checklist if you're XYZ, if you're trying to overcome PTSD, if you want a faster time, some of these copywriting things that we do, go ahead and just fill this out. And again, you probably will not get it perfect, but in our review time together, I'll help you get it close to as, not perfect, but close to as proud you can be of it, so that you actually be confident to go ahead and promote this. So here's what you'll learn. And then if you have a checklist on this example, how to get rid of all your PTSD, then you would write some of those bullets here. So what I did there to make that bullet, I press the dash and then space. Bullets look cool because they present information in a organized way. Your eyes go to them directly. I would start doing some copywriting things here. And now this thing is going to be a little bit of finesse. If you haven't wrote copy before, this might take some time, but essentially you want to talk about a feature and then benefit. This is an easy way to do it. Okay. Very easy formula. So feature and benefit, what I mean by that is, say, if your step 1 was, for example, eat fruits, right? Okay. If it are just making something up, but if your step 1 in your checklist was eat fruits, what would you do is you say the overlooked step that corrects the chemical imbalance in your brain within 7 days or so. So the feature is eating fruits, right? But why? So look at it like this. Step, it's like, what is it? And then kind of like hide it, hidden, right? So what is it? But keep it hidden. And then so you can, and then list the benefit, which would be so you can. So does this follow that formula? Kinda, yes, it does, because it says, look, the overlooked step is the what is it, so you can correct the chemical imbalance in your brain within 7 days, something like that. So now let's just another example. So step 2 is sleep early, right? And let's say you're I mean, I know this is like really, really basic. Just kind of bear with me. All I'm trying to explain is this concept here, the features and benefits. There's a huge difference. It's gonna be hard for you to wrap your head around this, so I'm using the very easy examples for the beginners. Okay, step 2, sleep early. So what is it? The perfect, we're gonna hide it. So the perfect time to sleep and wake to, again, this is the so you can take advantage of your body's natural rhythmic cycle, something, right? Okay, so this is where copywriters kind of dress up words a little bit, but again, if you're able to just kind of convey the benefit, even just the benefit alone, without dressing it up like as I did like this, that's going to be so much better than if you just said, the perfect time to sleep so you could get good rest. It's like, why do you want good rest? So you can feel your optimal best. Like a lot of times people, when they have a business or they're trying to describe their business, very, very basic information. They talk strictly about features without going into the benefit of the feature. This is the important part, okay? This is the important part. And over here, get one of your clients, your previous clients, something that they've said about you. Coach Jay is super smart, but also super nerdy. And I love it. Ha ha ha. Okay, so now you wrote some stuff about yourself, right? You've written a little bit about what is in here. So now, this is where your lead magnet is, right? And then you put here, get my 7-step, actually, let me change the color here so you can actually see it. Get my 7-step PTSD. Remember I said to name your checklist? PTSD Buster checklist for free. Enter your email. So now this stuff, this stuff is not as important. Really, all this stuff is really not as important as this. Your headline is the most important thing on any website, any web page. Your headline is going to be the most important thing, because this right here, within 2 seconds, someone will decide whether they need to read the rest of it. Okay, so this is important and the way you write good headlines is, again, by knowing what your target audience wants and what they don't want. What are some of their problems? Okay, let me change this. Color, enter your email address to get it. So I'm just really just going on the fly here. Here, I'm gonna change this to something that's excitable. So it's gonna say, send me my checklist. I think it's kind of exciting. And I'm gonna change that button to, actually, I just know my numbers, 5CB000. It's that, and I'm gonna change the color of the font to black. Okay, cool. And then here, you wanna do this 100% of the time. We respect your privacy and subscribe anytime. And I'm gonna put your information is 100% safe and secure. Why? Because it's managed on ConvertKit's many different servers and all their crazy backend stuff. Anyway, so here, actually, I will put here my image. Boom. The image of my landing page, or of my lead magnet, I'm sorry. Okay, so there, it's there. Now I'm gonna preview it so I can see how it looks like. Boom. And actually on top of here, let me see. Let me exit the preview real quick. I'll just add a photo of myself because I have some. I didn't know I had some. Boom. Okay. So of course, that's so goofy, man. All right. So you actually want if this type of target audience, this photo might not be the greatest. Might not give a sense of like, okay, this guy can really help me get rid of my PTSD. This guy's a clown. But you know, you'd put a photo that matches. Or now this is something to test. You could put this here, which actually might be a little bit better. So, and then actually swap positions with that. So now let's look at this. Okay, that looks cool. Yeah, actually this looks probably a lot better. So now you can test it and enter information here, boom, and that's it. Enter, send an email, send checklist. Okay, that's that. All right, so that's really simple, right? This is a bio style of landing page. So we're gonna exit preview now, and you can, of course, dress it up as best as you can, and we're just gonna save this, and we are done. Now, really quickly, as easy as that was, instant delivery type of landing page is even more easier. So, okay, so let me just save this and actually go back here. Whoops. Go back here and create a new one. And since I already have something, let's see here. Okay, if I have a website already, it means that people already know me, or they're already accustomed to who you are. They're familiar with you, so you don't have to have as much information. Actually, look at this one. Get my book now. It says right there. So let me just quick preview this one. Shoot. Well, let's use this one. Choose. All right. This one will be more in line with my actual example. I'm gonna change this text here, Insta delivery, just so you know. And I'm actually gonna put my book here already, or actually my lead magnet. There it is. It's there. It looks cool. And I'm gonna call out my audience. Attention coaches, experts, or experts only. Okay, I'm calling out my audience. Move my head, and then here I'm gonna say, get your free bestseller checklist. Bestseller checklist. Get the checklist so you can write your best-selling book in less than 30 days. All right. So boom, people enter the email. I'm gonna change the copy on here. On this, I don't like it. I like for buttons. I like kind of like greed style of copy. Like, give it like that, right? Give me. Yes. Send me my checklist now, like that. That's actually what I like to write. And I don't want a circle. I don't want curved. I think that's what fixes it. Border radius. Nope. I'm gonna make this a little bit bigger. I'm gonna change the background to a color that I know. My branding, right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. SED, blah. Change my color to something that you can see. Change this. Your information is maintained to be 100% safe and secure. Okay. Shoot. All right. Well, I have testimonials, and I'll I'll just plug this in, but you get the idea, right? So what you get here, a quick start, a step-by-step blueprint, checklist for writing your book using the right way to sell. Okay, that's my methodology that I've called it. What's it all about? Just basic information there. Okay. If you don't like this information, you can just change this. Who is Jay Magpantai? Nerd. Okay. I'm trying to go faster now. All right, so boom, this is it. Jay's pretty cool. He smells nice like pizza because I just had some. And it still smells great downstairs. All right, so this is basically it, okay? So if you follow along now, if you have a website already, now what you'll do, actually let me do the last part of this. Okay, get out the way. Get out the way. So now you'll get your URL. Here's my domain. Just choose one, and then you could plug in something like bestseller checklist. Okay, so now if I add that, now this is the web page that it can go to. Okay, so if I click that, it's going to open in a new window. Oops, nope, not yet. Save. And then let me right click and open in a new window, new tab, I mean. Get my free book now, look at that. Oops, move out the way, Jay. Oh, come on, how come there's two of me? Let's just go through the rest of this. After confirmation, you send them to the download page. In my case, I'm gonna go to the URL because I have this right here. So I'm gonna copy the link here. And I'm gonna go here and then paste that in there. Whoops, that's not it. Come on, copy link. You can copy this. Boom, shakalaka. And then go down here and just check everything else is okay. Continue to show form. And this is if you wanted to link it. Yeah. So get the. This is what goes on the top, like your title of your page. So get the seller for free. Okay, and I actually don't even put anything here. So I'm gonna save that, and I'm gonna go back here and reload this thing because here it is. All I needed to do is reload it, huh? Jeez. So now, boom. That is it. That's all we have left. I mean, now this is a landing page that I can actually send people to. Now this link here, the link here that I got from here. Where is it? This link here. This link I can put now on my Facebook profile. I can put it on another page that I have on my actual website. Whatever it is, now I have something that I can actually give people so that I can direct them to a landing page where I'm offering them my lead magnet, and they can start getting into my email list so that I can start sending them emails. All right. So don't worry so much about this being perfect because again, I'm going to help you, but just make sure that you have something when you get to the call because we're not going to do it from scratch. You need to do 80% of the way, get it 80% of the way before where I just kind of come in and help you out at the end. Okay. So yeah, this is it. I'm probably going to go in there since I made this kind of fast, probably go in and kind of mess with some things, mess with other templates, but at least you get the idea now that this is actually really, really easy. That's all you need. This really is all you need. I know people that have just a landing page as their business and their whole business is just sending emails. All they're doing is they don't even have their own product of their own. All they do is promote other people's stuff for a commission. Over time, you will add to this. You'll make this nicer. You'll have a website, but you'll always go back to this, creating landing pages and creating lead magnets. You'll always be doing this forever. All right. So let's get back. I think we'll be wrapping up here soon. I know this is a bit of a lengthier a lengthier training, but that's because, again, this is implementation, right? So live demonstration, this is the page that you are on. You'll create your page. After you create your page, and your homework is just all the things that we did. Now gather your materials, go to this page so that you can get, go here, and then here are the resources for today. All right. So again, here's your homework. Go ahead and do that. If you have any questions, let me know. And if this helps you to feel like, okay, this is actually pretty easy, rely on templates. I mean, because honestly, I'm not a professional web designer, but I'm not a professional designer, period. But in the past 2 days, I've been able to make, boom, this really pretty poster that advertised my lead magnet, and a pretty decent landing page that looks like, whoa, man, a professional designed this website, right? Because all I'm doing is using templates. I like things the easy way, all right? And again, as you go further along in your business, then you can go ahead and hire designers and expensive websites if you want, but at bare minimum, this is all you need. All right. So I will end now and see you tomorrow. My name is Jim Pansai. Get to work, and one love, my people. Take care.